Friends, welcome to this episode of Sridhar on Selling. We have been talking about various aspects of making consumer happy, providing consumer a delightful experience. An aspect of selling very often neglected and neglected hugely is knowing the product. How well do we know the product? Let's look at some very simple things. How many people selling fans or motors know what RPM is? You just say 650 RPM, 1200 RPM. You ask the guy what's an RPM, he doesn't know. He has not been told, he has not been trained what an RPM is and how it affects the product's performance. Very strange thing. All of us use phones, mobile phones these days. Before mobile phones happened, how many people had known what a hashtag or asterisk or star was? The person selling the phone, the person buying the phone, both didn't know what it was all about. Didn't even know perhaps what it was called. And they're selling. Even today, do this small test to a person selling a smartphone to you. When you get to the keypad, when you get to numbers, there are the alphabets there. How do I use these alphabets? I can assure you 9 out of 10 times the salesman doesn't know how to do it. Do you understand the vacuum in knowledge and information when you're selling a product? How can you produce customer satisfaction or delight if you don't know the basics of your product? How does polyurethane differ from some other stuffing? How is fiberglass different from polyurethane filling in insulation? If somebody were to ask the salesperson this question, very often you would draw a blank. Before you go to sell the product, understand the product in its entirety, the nitty-gritty. And as I said earlier, always use the product so you will know what it feels like when you use the product. When you use the product, you are behaving like a consumer. You understand the difficulties, you understand the problems, you understand the little irritations that happen. As they say, only the wearer knows where the shoe pinches. So if you're selling shoes, please wear those shoes to know where they pinch. Understand your product. And there are endless issues with any number of products that you can get into where the salesman is clueless. And thanks to technology today, the operating manuals or becoming thinner and thinner and give lesser and lesser feedback. If your customer is a senior citizen and she asks you a question, you are expected to give a reply and satisfy her. Look at this aspect of knowing your product, use the product, know it in its entirety before you start selling. Thank you very much. Happy selling.